Oh man.
Hey.
We back.
Back in the house, yo.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Football with the fellas. Clay from Brooklyn. Who am I here with?
It's your man Mazo. All about Big Blue. What's up, y'all? What's up, Clay?
What's going on?
Hey, let me tell you something real quick. I know we have a topic today. It's gonna be your show, but hey, let me tell you, I'm fired up about the Giants right now. OTAs have got me fired up. I know they're not wearing, I know they're in shorts, t-shirts and shorts, but I'm fired up. I'm fired up about these Giants.
I hear you. Me too. Listen, that defense is looking unbelievable.
Yes.
Again, like you said, there's no pads. The offensive linemen can't really hit anybody. I get it. I don't care.
Look,
they couldn't. The offensive line wasn't blocking last year either, but I wasn't this excited last year.
No. I'm excited about, you know who, that guy we talk about, Jalen Hyatt.
I'm excited about Jalen Hyatt.
I really like that. He looks like he's gonna do something this season. Again,
and I'm excited about Abdul Carter.
Oh boy, oh man, this is gonna be wow. I'm ready.
Very excited.
I'm ready.
Anyway, listen. So I know we usually do this at the end, but I'm gonna say right now, guys, grab that subscribe button. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Listen, we need you. This is a time of year when there's no game, so we have to be the game, right? We got to get in there and share that passion and that fire and that energy, and we need you. So please do that.
Please come on. Like, subscribe.
So, today I want to talk about a particular player that I think is, as my son would say, low key, could be a very key player for the Giants this year. I think he is somebody that is a little under the radar, right? People aren't really talking about him, but defensive tackle Jeremiah Ledbetter, who we signed in free agency away from the Jaguars, I think he has a little game. I think he has a little something that we need.
A defensive
heard
tackle?
us say before that if we can stop the run, then we can unleash that pass rush. But we haven't really been stopping the run that well. In fact, that's putting it mildly. He gives me a little bit of an A'Shawn Robinson feel. Remember we had A'Shawn Robinson?
Okay.
Who we never should have let go, by the way. He gives me a little bit of that. So he's number 99. I want you just to watch him. He's right here in the 3 tech, just outside the guard. Let's just watch what he does in terms of being able to hold the line. And again, that's all we need. You see,
he's
not getting driven back into like the middle of next week. And how many times do I use the word wash? Oh, look at our defensive linemen. They just got washed. He's not getting washed. He's holding his ground. And I really like that. Here he is fending off the double team from the 4-eye, just 4-eye position, meaning just inside the tackle. So again, this is the kind of, watch him, number 99, fending off the blocks, coming down the line, making a tackle.
Yeah, I like that.
What do you think?
I like that. And because you said Sexy Dexy needs some help there. And okay, you know what? Let me run it right there. Keep going. Look at that.
Double teamed.
Yeah, and usually by now, it's funny, only after 2 steps, usually our defensive line is like in the back, like at the 10-yard line.
It's right. It's 4 or 5 yards back. When it's
right.
DJ Davidson and Jordan Riley and Rakeem Nunez-Roches, exactly.
Go ahead.
All right. But yeah, so I think this is a guy that, now, I like having 3 interior defensive linemen, but even if we only have 2, if he can do that.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That is solid. Here he is again, fending off the double team from the 4-eye, right? Right, there's the center. There he is, just inside the tackle. And again, you don't necessarily have to make every tackle, but if you can, great. You know what I'm saying? So that is a person I think we can get a little something from.
Now, are you looking at him as a starter, or are you looking at him as,
Yes.
Okay.
I want him to start. So again, he's a beast. They're not throwing him out the club, and this is double teams, right? This is him right here. He's going to get double teamed and not move an inch, and that's not what we've been having.
Oh, he
Other than
stood up. Yeah, he stood up two
right,
blockers right there.
he stood up both blockers, and that's why that running back had nowhere to go.
Oh man. Now, will he be able to start with the defense that the Giants run?
So the short answer is I think so. I think so. I mean, somebody else is going to be a defensive tackle alongside Dex, right? There's going to be at least one more defensive tackle.
Right.
I'm hoping there's two more. I'm hoping we play with 3 interior defensive linemen. But even when we only play with 2, I think he beats out uh, Darius Alexander, rookie we just drafted, who I think is going to be good also. But
Right.
I don't think he's a rookie. So I think you would start Ledbetter at first and let the rookie figure it out. I don't think Joaquin Nunez-Roches is going to make the 53, to be honest. I think we're going to cut or trade him. I think DJ Davidson, Jordan Riley, those guys, they're just not as good as him. So watch him string out this run. He doesn't actually make the tackle, but he makes the tackle possible by just saying, no, you're going to have to run a little wider than that, bro.
Right. Yeah.
So, he's got a little something to him, right? Watch how he just fends off the blockers. And he makes people make decisions that lead them to get tackled, right? So if you saw that big number 99, you cut outside also. So,
I sure would. I wouldn't have thought about going inside
from another angle. So I'm just going to skip that. We've seen that before. Here he is showing some serious hustle. Watch this play on a screen pass. This is a big brother, right? This is him right here.
Okay. Got off the block.
Threw the block out the way.
Running down the line.
And that's hustle, right?
Oh, yeah. Wow. He made the tackle. He got into the tackle.
Yes. That's a big boy.
Wow.
That same play from another angle. I mean, he's at, inside the guard.
He's okay.
And he sees the play, releases, and he's hustling. And watch him come in here and just throw you out the club. Bye.
If he didn't make that tackle, this guy had a lane to the end zone.
That could have been a big play. Now, he's not much in pass rush, and that's fine. We got a lot of people we've been talking about who can get after the quarterback. But every now and then he does. And this is him right here. Every now and then he does. And he introduces himself to Jordan Love. He says, Mr. Love, I hear you you seem like you'd be a pretty good player, but I haven't really met you yet. Here, let me just give you a little something, a little taste. And made him throw that ball sooner than he wanted to, right? So I'm saying he's not a great pass rusher by any means. We're not going to make our money off of him. But on this little stunt, he rolls inside.
Oh, he's coming. He's coming.
Doesn't get the call, but gets there and makes Jordan Love throw that ball away. So I like that. Stacking shuttle, he stacks and sheds well. He is a solid run stuffer, right? That is a solid run stuffing play right there.
And we just picked him up, right?
Right here. He says, get off me. And comes down and makes a tackle.
Oh, okay.
That's what we need. That's what we need. Here's another game against the Raiders. Again, good run stuffing. Let's see. He's at 1 tech, right? Right just off the center's shoulder.
Stood him straight up.
Straight up. And again, took away that hole. Like, you don't have to make every tackle if you're making tackles possible.
Right.
And that's what that is. Like, that's who we need. Here he's on the other side of the center now. But again, just solid 1 tech run stuff. You ain't going nowhere.
He did it again.
Yeah, and now he's going to come down and make the tackle.
Oh, man.
This is what we need. And if Dexter is occupying, when we only have 2 interior defensive linemen, Dexter is going to occupy 2 offensive linemen.
Right,
every play.
Right.
If he can do this well with just, with 1 guy, then you're not going to be able to run on us. because he's doing pretty well with two guys, right? When he's getting double teamed, he's holding his own. Here, this was a like 3rd and 1, not even 1, 3rd and like a foot. And this is him right over the center, zero tech and nose tackle, and just shoots the gap, right? Got to get
Ooh.
through here, and he just puts his head down and gets through the gap and makes sure that the quarterback can't just stand there. He's got to roll out. So that's, again, he's not a great pass rusher,
Right.
but he can get low and get in your face, and I love that.
You know,
Clogging the running lanes.
he still may get, you know what? But I feel from what I just saw in that last play that if, what we're anticipating, if Abdul Carter's coming on the edge.
Exactly. And Brian Burns.
Right. Burns and these guys come on the edge. The running back's going to run right back into him.
This is what I'm saying. There was no there, right? So this is my upshot. He can be a solid run stuffing. I mean, this is what we need, basically, right? He's somewhat reminiscent of Ashawn Robinson. We need him and Darius Alexander to help Dexy fresh and to give us enough run stuffing to put teams in passing situations. If we can get 2nd and 8,
oh man,
3rd and 7, then we turn loose those pass rushers.
With that new secondary.
It's not going to be easy to score against us. And with the new secondary, it's not going to be easy to score against us. So that's what I like about him. He's just a big body who knows how to get low and knows how to hold his ground, certainly against one blocker, but most of the time even against two blockers. I think that's a bigger signing than people are giving him credit for.
But that also, again, would it also depend on, like you said about the Giants defense, if they change the front.
Right. What alignment are we in?
Right.
But honestly, even when we stay with the 2 defensive tackles, which I don't want, but even if we do, if he's as good as I think he is, and Darius Alexander is even close to as good as that,
right,
Dex can come off the field.
Okay.
I don't want Dex playing 55 snaps, right, in a 65 snap game. But if Dex can go, 42, 44, 45 snaps, hard, yo. And if we can throw 3 interior defensive linemen in there so that Dex gets single blocked 10 plays a game, that's 10 plays that ain't going to work.
Right there. No, it's not. Not now.
That's 10 plays that you're going to wish you had called something else.
I see Dexter. I see him doing his dance. I see him doing his samurai dance. He does.
What I don't understand is, here's what I think is happening. I think that Shane Bowen is saying, Dex, like those clips I just showed you where Mr. Ledbetter was holding his own against 2 blockers. Well, Dexter does that even better. He's saying, well, Dexter's so good when he's double teamed and doesn't get moved at all that other people can come in and make the tackles because he's occupying 2 blockers for the whole play. And that's true. But what's even better, in my opinion, is what if we put people around Dexter so he doesn't get double teamed?
Right.
When he is blocked by one man, he throws that brother out the club. And now he's standing in the backfield by himself saying, okay, where's the ball? That, to me, Dexter can make the tackle. I don't need him to just occupy the blocks so that Bobby Okereke and Micah McFadden can come up and make the tackle after a 2-yard gain. Dexter can make the tackle 2 yards in the backfield because he can drive your center back 2 yards easily. So we should be setting things up so Dexter gets single man blocking instead of double teamed. That to me is a better advantage. That's taking that. Imagine if when Jordan was getting double teamed, they said, well, he's a good passer. He'll just kick it out to Paxton. I mean, yes, and every now and then you want to do that, but isn't it better to keep him single teamed so he can go to work and score? When Houston Rockets dropped it down low to Olajuwon, he got double teamed. But isn't it better when he doesn't and work against your center one-on-one?
That was scoring. when that happened, Olajuwon says, "Go down court. This is going to be 2."
I got this. Get back on D. The dream shake was not something you wanted. If you were covering Olajuwon, you needed help. You weren't ready to stop the dream shake by yourself. Coach, get somebody else over here.
So you think Ledbetter is going to be? He has the promise of being a guy who could alleviate some of the pressure off of Dexter, for one.
That's exactly it. And can keep Dexter off the field if you close the game. Right? If Darius Alexander and Jeremiah Ledbetter are as good as I think they are, which is, solid to good, not Pro Bowler, but solid to good, then we can have them on the field while Dexter's resting. And then when Dexter comes in, we have at least one of them on the field with him. I don't know how you score against us.
If I can get Dexter out there on third down at least, and then release the Abdul Carters and the Thibodeaux, and that could be a little dangerous.
I'm saying that we could be a team that if we score 7, it's like 1st to 17. We score 17, we win that game. Because I don't know how many teams are going to score more than 17 against us if we stay healthy. If those people stay healthy, if Abdul Carter and Brian Burns and Kayvon Thibodeaux all stay healthy coming off the edges, again, in rotation, if they can stay at 45 snaps a game, and if Darius Alexander and Jeremiah Ledbetter and Elijah Chapman, and, we have a couple other bodies, can give Dex a little bit of a rest every now and then, keep him fresh. So anyway, that's what I think. I think Ledbetter is a more important piece than we're giving him. And I didn't even talk about Roy Robertson Harris. I'm not as big a fan of his, to be honest.
Right.
That's the agent, defensive lineman we signed. I don't see him as quite as valuable as Ledbetter, but he is one more body in there, as is Chauncey Golston.
I forgot about Golston.
Chauncey Golston is going to be, we may have to do an episode on him next week.
Yeah.
Because he's going to be, like the 5 tech. He's going to be coming in off the tackle and work. We're going to be doing work.
Yeah, let's do one on Golston too. Yeah, I want to do one on Golston, definitely.
Golston can play.
Look, the optimism level is going up, up, up. You got me going now, Clay. You got me going. If my Big Blue defense, if it's up and come on.
That's what I'm talking about. We have a top 5 defense that's giving up 17 points a game. We're going to win some games. And we're going to be in every game.
Yes.
And we're going to win some games.
Yeah.
All right. So that's what I think.
Oh, man.
Mazo, what do you think? You think we have a shot at, 7, 8 wins?
I'm telling you right now, I'm going one by one. But again, we played the Commanders day one. If we come in injury-free, I believe that's going to be the game of the week, because they're going to be talking about that game.
I think we're going to win the first. I don't want to get ahead of myself. It's still June. But
we don't have to.
The first 2 games are in the division.
Yes.
Washington and then Dallas.
Those are if we can win.
I feel like those are winnable games.
Before we were thinking, no way. But they are winnable games.
With this defense, those are winnable games. Anyway, that's what we think. But what do y'all think? Can y'all throw a little something in the comments?
Yeah, let us know what you think, because, again, you guys know me. Mazo's always hyped. I'm done. And the optimism is going up.
Yes.
And again, they're only wearing shorts and T-shirts right now.
It's only June.
They're playing flag football out there, really.
Yeah.
Just learning to play.
It's not even hot yet, much less getting cooler.
But look, in the comments, please, let us know what you think about all of this,
Absolutely.
Will Ledbetter, will he be like what Clay from Brooklyn said? Could he be that missing piece? That subtle, no one knows about him, but he could be that guy, that one little piece that turns the defensive line around. And then he can be the piece that uncovers and unleashes Abdul Carter, Thibodeaux.
And Burns.
I'm loving that. Hey.
Absolutely. All right, y'all. Holla at us. Let us know what you think. Clay from Brooklyn, Football with the Fellas. Who am I here with?
It's your man, Mazo. Remember, if it's the off season or the regular season, it's all about Big Blue.
Yes, sir.
Until next time, y'all. Peace. Big shout out to El Marquis Productions, the talent behind the music and production here at Football with the Fellas. It's all about Big Blue. Their beats bring energy and excitement to every episode. El Marquis' skills in mixing, mastering, and creating top quality sound make the podcast come alive each week. For your own projects, check out lmarqueeproductions.com and take your sound to the next level.